Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. It's been a while since I have been on YouTube. I think it's been about 5 months. I think the last time I was on was in July. So I'm really excited to share what I've been working on. This is Community Quilt 2025. Last year we did a community quilt at our church, and I'll put a picture of it here, where different people decided to make a block. Last year we did a Take 5 inspired block. This year we just did a simple rail fence. I will insert pictures here of everybody who participated in making their quilt blocks. I think we ended up with like 15 or 16 blocks, and I made the last bit of blocks, and this is the layout that I've decided on so far. I know who is going to be the recipient of this quilt, and it is going to be as you can see, this quilt is very soft, and to me, it's a little bit different from last year's quilt where it was a little bit more vibrant. So I want to take a look at it today and just kind of show you what we have. These are mostly 5 strips that I originally cut at 3.5 inches. And then I set them, or I had people pick out the colors that they wanted, and then we stitched them together. And what I wanted was a 15-inch unfinished block so that my square ruler would fit easily around it. Some of these pieces I had to make a little wider. Like you can see that one, it has 6 strips. And then I think this one right here has 7 strips, just so that it would be big enough to create the size that I wanted. There's another one with 6. And then I just laid it out, and I've kind of played with the layout a little bit for lights and darks and that kind of thing. But today I think that I want to think about a sashing, because it is a little bit busy and I think it's fine this way, but I want to at least try it out with a sashing. So these are some of the colors that we have that we're looking at. I'll bring the camera over here. So we have some really bright colors, and then on this side I kind of have some neutrals. What I was really hoping for was that I had a pink, but I don't really see one in the fabrics that I have. And these are all donated fabrics. So I'm just kind of using what I already have to create a look that I think will be nice. And then for a lot of these, there are solids or solid-ish pieces. And then I can add some more as I need to. But so I'm either leaning toward these blues, and like on camera, like that one might not work, but then it doesn't really matter to me. But so like these kind of go together. Well, really not even that one, but you know, I can do blues, I can do yellow, orange, so I can do like a warm kind of thing. This is a really pretty red that maybe could go with those. So if I did these, it would be, I think there's enough of that to do it all by itself, but like these would go together. And then maybe these could go together. So I'm going to lay these out under the quilt. Now, of course, I always love a nice gray, but I think this is the only piece of gray I have, so I know it wouldn't work. Also, there's a ton of gray in the quilt. There is these, which there's not a lot of beige in the quilt at all. And then there's this soft green that maybe And I don't know if this is enough to do the whole quilt. It's only 2 fat quarters, or 1 and a piece of a fat quarter. So we'll see. And I just want to lay them under the quilt pieces and just kind of see what happens. So let's do that right now. I have kind of put everything out around the quilt, or around the blocks, just to kind of see what popped out at me. And I don't know. So let's just start. These were the first ones I did, the oranges and yellows. So this dark red, I don't know. It's okay. I kind of like the orange here. So if I use this kind of combination and I have a couple pieces that could go with it, I would just kind of disperse them equally throughout the quilt. And it looks okay. And I think that it could potentially draw out those colors and let the blocks stand out a little bit. The yellow, I think it looks nice here. And I think that, I guess it's more gold than yellow. And I have a lot of it, so that automatically is a plus in my book. I am concerned that it might compete with the blocks just a little bit. You can see here, this block feels like it has a lot of yellow in it. And so to me, it kind of competes a little bit. And I don't know. But I would have cornerstones in it so it wouldn't be so glaring, maybe. I don't know. The one that I was really hopeful about, and that I secretly kind of am hopeful about, is this green, because there's not a lot of green in the quilt, and I feel like it calms the colors down. I don't know, and I just don't have a lot. The pieces that you see down here, it's like a fat quarter and a piece, and that's all I have. So I don't know if it would be enough to do the whole thing. And then at the bottom, I have gray, and gray is almost always a winner in my book, but I do have just a small fat quarter of the gray left. Also, some of the blocks, actually a lot of these blocks, if you look over the quilt, have some gray. So I don't know if it would just be too much at this point, or if I should just try it for something else. If we go over here, this tan, and now I'm going to turn the camera a little bit. I hope I didn't make you dizzy. I have quite a big piece of this tan, so it might be enough. And really, it's okay. The blocks kind of pop, and it looks nice. It kind of settles everything down without being too competitive, all of that. So I don't know. And then the blue, I was really hopeful for the blue, but I honestly don't know if I like it as much as I thought I would. Especially this this darker blue, like right here between the blocks. I don't know if it's going to compete with the blocks or if it pulls the blocks too much. I do like the softer blue up here at the top, and I think if we combine those blues, I think we could get a nice look. I'm just not sure. And then I do have some more lighter blues over there that could work. I just don't know. And I think that I may have overwhelmed myself by putting everything out here like this at once. That may be just too much. But I'm kind of happy with it. I just want to think about it for about a day and just see what I think. First impression. Just taking a look right here for the first time, I'm really leaning toward these lighter blues up here at the top as a sashing. So I'm going to try that. Like, I'm going to lay out all of my lighter blues around some of these blocks and just see. Of course, the tan always works. I think it would be nice, but it would just be okay. Let me do one more layout with these lighter blues, and I think I can really get a better idea of what I put everything out here with just a few of the blocks, and I think this is a nice look that I can get behind. So even with hold on, let me move this down. Even with the blues, you can see that blue is going to be right next to the sashing. I might be able to live with it. And then what I can do is even this darker blue that I was concerned about right here, if there's some of those iffy parts, if I put them next to the darker blue, it'll still be fine. So I think we're going to go with the blue. For the sashing, I need to get everything cut up, and I probably will lay it out again because I need to decide about some cornerstones. So let me know in the comments what color you think would work the best. I will probably do another follow-up video. Not probably. I'll do a follow-up video with the cornerstones, and we can see what the whole thing looks like. And I don't know if we're going to need a border or what. Just still kind of working through this process. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for joining me. Please thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.